Hello and welcome to Club Passim's live stream tonight. We have our monthly Global Roots series that we have on the fourth Monday of every month. And tonight we are featuring Pong Liu, who is going to be sharing a bunch of her music tonight, as well as a special collaborator at the end. A reminder for donations, suggested donations you can send through Club Passim. We have our links below, the amounts and things. Club Passim is a nonprofit, a music venue in Harvard Square, and we've been doing live streams throughout the pandemic and excited to be looking into the future to coming back in months to come. So stay tuned for that. Check out Club Passim's mailing list. Become a member if you can. Really excited for the show tonight. The Global Roots series is a series where we celebrate music from around the globe, roots music, folk music from around the globe, as well as around the United States and beyond. And tonight we have Pong Liu. If we're able to bring her on real quick to introduce her set. Oh
Hi,
my gosh.
Julian.
Hi, it's so good to see you.
It's great to see you.
Just to gush on you a little bit here, when I first moved to Boston as a grad student at New England Conservatory, one of the first concerts I ever went to was at the record company Maria Finkelmeyer was putting on, and you were playing a set of all like bird sounds. And it was totally extraordinary, and you were so kind. And since then, I learned about all of the incredible social justice work you do, everything you've done for Boston as a city, as both an artist and an arts advocate and social justice really warrior. You're such an inspiration. The people who know you, just you are above us all. We're all striving to be something like you, as well as you as a composer. It's just an extraordinary uh, person to be in community with and really inspiring. So just have to gush on you, and so grateful to have you here and on this series. And I just, what are we going to be sort of exploring and hearing tonight from you?
Thank you so much, Julian. That's very, very kind words. And I'm just really thrilled to get to be on this series. And thank you for the invitation. Thank you to Club Passim for having me. It's really been joyous for me to have a set that's focused on the Armhu, which is the traditional Chinese instrument, two-stringed Chinese cousin of the European violin, which I also play, and you'll hear a little bit of that too. And actually, Julian, speaking of bird songs, I bring back a couple of those on this set.
Amazing.
The set features some of my favorite compositions for Armhu. Actually, there's a beautiful body of music for the instrument that most of them are based on folk music from different parts, different regions of China that have been kind of molded a little bit by a composer into a little bit of a longer form piece. So we'll be hearing some of my kind of the music that moves me the most. And I'm super thrilled and excited that my dear, dear friend Shaho Andalibi, a master musician from Iran, who is currently in Canada, was able to make time to collaborate with me in this crazy COVID time for us to do some playing together through the internet, which is this kind of new uncharted territory that we're very grateful that there's some software out there that enabled us to play together. And he's just, someone I am so in awe of and admire so much for his humanity and his musicianship. So excited to share this set with him and for folks who are listening to get to meet Shaho today.
Yes, thank you so much. This is going to be really special. I can't wait to see it. Reminder to check out the donation link if you can throughout the concert. A really simple way that you can help us out is to share this link on Facebook or wherever you're at. Tell a friend to come and watch it with you right now. But that would be wonderful. And again, thank you, Pong Liu, for the set tonight. And Abby, if behind the scenes, you can kick it off. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. It's wonderful to be with you all. My name is Pong Liu, and I'm excited to have an evening of music with you today. That was a piece called Jiangnan Chun Se, the springtime in Jiangnan, which is the region south of the Yangtze River where my ancestors are originally from. And next up, I'd like to play for you one of the first compositions I ever learned for this instrument called Liang Xiao, Beautiful Evening, and wishing us all a beautiful evening. My Armhu, this instrument is, I'd like to give you a closer look since we had that opportunity online. This instrument was made in Beijing. I got to get it from the Armhu maker himself and see his workshop about 3.5 years ago. And it's got a horsehair bow, just like Western European string instruments do, like my violin, which I'll show you, play for you a little bit later. And it's got a very special material here, the resonating membrane. The body is hollow. The resonating membrane here is made with python snake skin. And there are just 2 strings, which you can see from up close. 2 pegs, 1 for each string. And a really fun fact is that my bow is attached to my instrument, so I can never forget my bow, though it can get a little bit stuck if I'm not careful. So the horsehair is actually threaded between the 2 strings. That means in order to play the lower string, I've got to push the horsehair towards my body with my hand here, pushing towards me. And to play the upper string, I push the bamboo stick away from me, like so. So, fun facts about the Armhu for you to enjoy. So, next up, I'd like to play. Been thinking a lot about water lately, and the way we are all connected by water all over the world. Streams leading to rivers, leading to oceans. has this beautiful writing from my great uncle. Speaks of the vastness of the sea and the immensity of the sky. 海阔天空. So I'd like to play for you this composition called 江河水, which is about reflecting by a flowing river. So this next tune is also about a river, 一条大河, a big river, is the title of the next song that I will do a improvisation on. And there's a kind of beautiful backstory to how I learned this song. A few years ago, I was doing a project in Boston, Chinatown, with the POW Arts Center there. The project was called Sing Home, and I was inviting people to share with me a song that reminds them of home, and to sing it for me. And I created a video song library with that project. And in fact, if any of you out there listening right now feel inspired to share a song that reminds you of home in some way, whatever meaning of home is striking to you at this moment, and you want to share it in the chat, I'd love to enjoy that conversation with you all. But this next song I first heard 3 years ago at a senior center, and it was sung by an elderly lady who at first I wasn't sure she was going to sing, so I was playing a concert at the center, and then inviting folks to sing for me, in a sort of song exchange. And this elderly lady seemed pretty out of it. She didn't seem like she was really, paying too much attention to what we were doing. But her care worker went over and said, "Do you want to sing? I bet you know this song." And the caretaker started to sing. 一条大河. And there was a pause. And then the most beautiful, fragile voice responded from this lady, elderly lady. 波浪宽. And the two of them proceeded to sing through this song together. It's a popular song made popular from a movie in, I believe, the 1940s. It's got a patriotic part to it also, but this beautiful opening melody has to do with just watching this river that makes you think of your hometown river. So here's a short improvisation on 一条大河. So, speaking of hometowns, the next piece here I'd like to play for you all is a kind of homecoming song about the road back to the Henan countryside. Henan is the province that's considered the cradle of Chinese civilization, many origins happening in Henan. So here is Ishanching. So next up, I'm going to move on to a couple of pieces with my violin. So a little violin music now in honor of Hai and Tian, the sea and the sky. A couple of selections from my A Bird a Day project. Several years ago, I spent a lot of time listening to birds and recording them and mimicking them on the violin and reflecting on what can happen when you spend time each day just listening to the birds around us. So here's a piece that I wrote when I was at Acadia National Park, inspired by the ocean there, the seaside there, and also a special bird called the ruffed grouse that I never saw, but I heard its wings beating in the air, and it was a mesmerizing sound. So this is Palpitations. So the next tune is from two birds that I heard in eastern Oregon in the Wallowa-Whitman National Forest. And one of the birds kind of sounded like the sound you might hear at the end of a video game if you had lost that video game. So this song is called Nintendo Bird. So next up, I'm so thrilled to be collaborating with my dear friend Shaho Andalibi, originally from Iran, who now lives in Toronto and is a master of the Persian flute called the ney. Shaho and I first met 3 years ago, collaborating on music for a dance, amazing dance theater project called the Conference of the Birds. If you're curious about that, check out my website. But we worked intensively for a few days together in Toronto and just had an amazing connection. And then we haven't been able to reunite since then. And magically, despite the limitations of this time, there have been some openings that maybe we didn't know of before, and a new software materialized to allow us to collaborate. So thank you, Sonobus software. And here is a little taste of our reunion and some improvisations as we reconnected. So, hello, Shaho. Thank you so much for joining me on this set. It's just really amazing for us to get to play together all the way between Toronto and Boston. And I'm sure the audience will be curious to know about you and your instrument if you'd like to share a little bit.
Yeah, hello, Xiaopang. I'm happy to see you again, and really, I'm happy to play with you and joining music together. The ney is a special plant, and I made my instrument, and this is the important and the top wood instrument in Persian music. We have a lot of folklore woodwind instrument in Iran, but this is the classic one, and you can play the classic repertoire in Iranian music.
Beautiful. Will you play for us?
Yeah. I played the small piece Shur, the one of the Iranian dastgah, and just a small piece. Yeah.
Wow, amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. Thank you,
Thank
Shaho.
you. Thank you.
Wow. Now I feel shy.
Yeah.
So I would like to thank Club Passim, Julie and Loida for curating this beautiful series and inviting me to be a part of it. And my dear friend Shaho and Alibi for joining me as a guest artist tonight. And thank you all for listening. I'd like to close with a tune called Healing, wishing us all healing in this time of recovery, hopefully as we move towards better days. This one involves the looping pedal, which you won't see in the screen, but it's here.
Well, that was stunningly beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. That was so beautiful. I love her bird songs as well. I was just telling a friend the other day that when I wake up and I hear birds singing, I know it's going to be a good day, because on the day that I hear birds singing, it means the sun's out and the Boston winter is long. But this was such a beautiful concert welcoming spring and welcoming nature back. And when I hear Chopin speak and do her artistry, it just is so centering. I just feel her centeredness, and I am able to be centered myself. It's just, she's such an extraordinary person and artist. I can't say enough about her. And so beautiful to see maybe the birth of a collaboration with Shaho. So beautiful. Chopin Liu, please check her out. One of the most amazing artists in Boston, and arts advocates and social justice warriors. Like I said, there's so much work that she does and has been doing for many, many years. It's amazing. Reminder to make a donation if you can, any amount, to the link below. You can see that. Thank you so much to Abby Albin for running the show behind the screen here. Thank you for tuning in. This was a Club Passim stream, our Global Roots series. We have another Global Roots series on May 24th with Harriet Riley and Alex Garden. They're going to be coming to us from Bristol, England. And Harriet Riley is this amazing vibraphonist, and Alex Garden is this sort of Nordic fiddle player, and they have this duo, and it's just a total dream. It's really exciting, and they're very hip and very cool. Definitely check out their album Sonder as well. They're really cool. So they're going to be sending us a set and tuning in when it's very late their time. This was just such a beautiful show. I loved it. Thank you again. We're going to sign off. Thank you again to Chopin Liu and this wonderful music. Thank you to Club Passim, and we'll see you later this week for more Passim streams, as well as May 24th for our next Global Root series. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful night.